Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I turned my WhatsApp into a powerful AI agent. Let's see how it works. So this is my workflow. And in the workflow, I have multiple agents, with the center agent here has access to multiple tools. So this agent has access to the generic search tool using Tabili, and it also has access to calculator and code tools to perform tasks related to calculation or coding. And additionally, it has access to other sub-agents which can perform multiple other tasks. For example, I have the email agent here, which is a sub-agent managing my emails. And I have the calendar sub-agent, which manages my calendar. And I have the travel agent, which plans my travels if my request is about traveling. And I have the marketing blog post sub-agent, which manages the blog posts related to my marketing. And then I have the survey sub-agent, which creates, updates, manages the surveys created using Google Forms. And I have the other two sub-agents, which manage invoices and products on my Stripe dashboard. And also I have the rack knowledge agent, which has access to the custom knowledge that my agent should have access to. For example, my business knowledge or customer support knowledge. And also I have another tool which is update rack knowledge. So this tool is used to update the knowledge whenever the files or the content of the knowledge should be updated in the database of the agent. So the agent can call this tool to update its knowledge. Right, so let's see how it works in action. This is my WhatsApp, and I'm going to use my WhatsApp in order to connect to n8n tool and also communicate with my agent. So let's see. My first message is going to be hi. And my agent responds, hello Kwa, how can I help you today? It's a bit slow, but that's fine. Right, okay, so I'm going to ask my agent to check my email to see if it can forward my query to the corresponding sub-agent. Right, I can see the execution in this executions tab of my agent. And I can see this is the execution. As you can see, the email agent has been called, which means the orchestrating agent has forwarded my request to the email agent. So let's see. I can see that I have received two emails today. One is from Samsung and one is from myself, which I tested previously. And I can check my email to see that that's correct. I just received an email from Samsung about my sign-in to my account. And also the previous email was from me, which was traveling plan. Great, so it seems like our agent has done its job. Right, so we've done with email checking. Now let's see if my agent can check my calendar. So I'm going to say check my calendar for today. And again, I'm going to go back to executions, and I can see that there's one execution being run. Great, so now this time the orchestrating agent has forwarded my query to the calendar agent. And I can see the response in here. I have two scheduled events. One is called AI meeting, another one is called AI tutorial at 2 and 3 p.m. So I can see my calendar. That's correct. I have two events today, one at 2 p.m. and another one at 3 p.m. That's correct. So let's see. If I want to schedule another new event, I can ask my agent to do so as well. So I have asked my agent to schedule a new event named AI Tutorial 2 at 4 p.m. And I can go back to execution. I can see that there's one execution running, which is here. Right, so now it seems like the calendar agent has successfully scheduled my new event. So I can go to my Google Calendar. I can see that there's another new event here, which is AI Tutorial 2. Bingo. Right, now let's say I want to plan my travel somewhere. Right, so I'm going to ask my agent to plan my travel to Rome in the next 5 days from Bristol, and I'll be traveling with my partner and I will stay for 5 days. So let's see what our agent will do. And I'll go back to execution. I can see there's one execution running. Great. It seems like my travel plan has been planned. So let's see, because now if I look into this execution, I can see that my main agent has forwarded my request to the travel agent. And let's say I'll check my WhatsApp again. So I can see that here is the plan for my travel to Rome, for 5-day trip to Rome. And if I check my email, I can see that the plan has been sent to my email. So let me refresh my email, and I can see there's one email coming, and that is the plan for my trip to Rome, which is awesome. So now I can plan for my travels anytime I want with my WhatsApp. Great. So let's say I'm a business owner and I want to manage my products and invoices. I have created a Stripe account, which you can see here. This is my Stripe account. It's in testing mode at the moment. So I have a bunch of test products at the moment in my product catalog, which are here. So let's see if I want to check for products, my latest products in my product list, and also I want to create new products, I want to update products, I can do so with my agent as well. So let's give it a try. Right, so I've asked my agent to check for my latest 5 products. And this time, if I go to the execution, there's one running as well. And let's see if the main agent has forwarded my request to the Stripe product sub-agent. Right, it seems that execution has been done successfully, because now I can see that the Stripe product sub-agent has successfully finished. So I can click on here, I can see the output. It seems like it has found the products. And if I check my WhatsApp again, I can see my 5 products here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they are correct, because if I check on my Stripe dashboard, here they are. That's correct. Okay, so now let's say if I want to create a new product on my Stripe, instead of going to Stripe dashboard, and let's say I don't have access to my computer, so I can easily do it with my agent. So let's say I want to create a new product named AI course with the price of £500, and I'll send a message to see if my agent can process my query properly. And I go back to executions list, I can see there's one new execution running. Right, so now it says waiting. It means that our agent has sent me a confirm message, which I need to confirm. So it says, I didn't find any existing product named AI course. Would you like me to proceed with creating a new product named AI course and a one-time price of £500? Setting that price as the product's default price. Please confirm. I'll carry out the creation operations. Nice. I'll click on this link and I'll say yes, absolutely. And I'll go back here. If I click on Stripe product and I'll go to view sub execution, I can see what was going on with my Stripe product sub agent. I can see it seems like everything has been executed properly, because I can see that the agent has searched for the products and prices, and it goes down this path, and then it calls the create a product update tool and then create price. So it's nice. And I can see the confirm message from my agent saying successfully created a new Stripe product named AI course with one-time price of £500, set as default product default price, and the product is active and ready for use. So in order to confirm this, I'll go back to my Stripe dashboard and I'll refresh this to see if the AI course product has been created or not. Great, I can see the AI course has been created and with the price of £500, and it's a one-time price, and it's set to active as well, which is Very great. So now let's say I want to search for this product from my agent to see what is the price of this product. I can do so with my agent as well. So let's say I will ask my agent, what is the price of the AI course product? And I'll go back to my main agent into the executions list so that I can see there's another execution running. Right, so now it seems everything has been executed properly as well. So I'll go back to my WhatsApp message so I can see product summary AI course with the price of £500. It's a one-time price, and the product ID is this one. Perfect. Great. So let's say I have a customer buying this product and they want to pay for this product. So I will create an invoice for this customer, right? So, and I don't have access to my Stripe dashboard. So I can do so with my agent as well. So this time I'm going to say create an invoice for customer with email for 1 unit of the AI course product. So this time I'm going to ask my agent to create a new invoice for customer on my system for this product. And there's another execution running. Right, so now I can see that there's another confirm message sent to my WhatsApp. So I go back to my WhatsApp and I can see that, great, I found customer with this email, with the ID here, and the AI course price of £500. I will create a new invoice for 1 unit of this course and send it to the customer. Please confirm if you'd like me to proceed. So let's say I click on this link and I'll say yes. And then I'll submit. And I go back to the main agent. If I go here to Stripe invoice and I click on view sub execution so I can see what's going on with this sub agent. Great, it seems everything has been successfully executed because I can see that the agent has gone through all of these steps, reaching to the end, which is here. It went through the route of creating an invoice, which is nice. So I'll go back to my WhatsApp. I can see the invoice information which it has created. As you can see, it has a status draft, and down here I can see that it has all the other information such as customer information, email address, and what is the invoice details, including all the items in the invoice. For example, for the AI course product with a price of £500, subtotal, including tax or not, amount due, amount remaining, and so on. And collection method, invoice uses automatic charging. And now it says no invoice view or download links are available as this invoice is in draft, and no hosted invoice URL or PDF link is provided. This is because when the invoice is in the draft status in Stripe, you cannot see the URL created, a hosted URL for Stripe yet. So the agent tells me, please review and finalize this invoice when ready. So if I want to finalize this invoice, which means I make the invoice active and ready for use, so I'm going to say finalize the invoice with the ID. So I'm going to use this ID for easy, or otherwise I can say finalize the invoice for the customer with the email and the product AI course. Where do I find the invoice ID? It's in here, invoice ID. So I can use the invoice ID, which is the identifier of the invoice. I'm going to send this message, and let's see if our agent can handle this request. And if I go back to my Stripe invoice sub-agents, I should also see another execution running, which is here. Right, so I received another waiting status, which means the agent has sent me a confirmed message. So I can see that it says, I located the draft invoice with the ID for this customer, and with a total of £500. Shall I finalize this invoice now so it becomes ready for payment? So if I click on response link here, I'll say yes, absolutely. So I'm going to close this, and I go back to the Stripe invoice sub-agent to see if it can handle. Great. Now, so it seems like the request has been completely fulfilled, because as we can see here, the agent has gone from the start down this path, and right here, when it receives a confirmation message, which we say yes, it means that we have approved to go on. And in here, it goes down the path of finalizing invoice, and it executed the HTTP request to finalize the invoice, and finally it says invoice sent. So I can see the invoice summary again with the status of open, so it's no longer a draft invoice, which is nice. So it means that our invoice has been finalized. So we go back to my dashboard on Stripe, so I can see that if I go to invoices, I can see the invoice of £500 has been finalized, which is great. Our agent has successfully created an invoice, finalized an invoice. But on Stripe, you cannot delete an invoice when it has been finalized. You can delete a draft invoice, no problem. But when an invoice has been finalized, what you can do is void the invoice, which the agent can do as well. If I want to create a new marketing blog post for my business, I can ask the agent to do so. I will create a marketing blog post for a service of wedding website customization for DKBN World. And after going to the executions list, I should see this new execution. Right, so our agent has finished his job. As we can see, the marketing blog post sub-agent has finished successfully. So we can see it has sent a message to our WhatsApp. Right, so now I can see here's the link to my post, which I can click on here. It's a Google Drive link. So it includes multiple things in here, but that's fine. Let me show you where I can find this file. If I go to generate content, in here, under the marketing folder, because I have this structure of folders, directories, on my Google Drive, under the marketing folder, if I go to generate content, I can see the blog post, which is a Google Docs. And I can download this Google Doc. And here it is. This is my blog post, which is very nice. Right. And also, when the blog post has been created, my agent will log it into this so-called database, which is a Google Sheet. I'll show you how it looks like. Right here. So in this Google Sheet, I will have the ID of the document, the title, type, which is blog post, and the request, basically my prompt, and the Google Drive link, which is the link it sent to me previously in the chat, and the content of the blog post. It's cool, isn't it? So now I can ask my agent, let's say I don't know how many blog posts I have. Let's say I have a lot of blog posts in my database, and I want to see if I have had a blog post about a topic previously. I can ask my agent to check for that. So let's see how it works. Let's say, do I have any marketing blog post about wedding website customization for DKBN World? So now if I go back to the main agent, I should see another execution here. And voila, it has executed successfully. So let's see what is the response. And it found the blog post, which is personalized wedding web, and it found the URL or the link to the Google Drive as well. It summarizes the blog post, and it says, yeah, I found one blog post about this. and the post ID is this one. And next thing, if you are curious how I did this, I can show you what I did with the WhatsApp message handler. So I have in my AI assistant here, I have the WhatsApp instructions handler. In this workflow, it handles all the messages coming to WhatsApp and then handles everything, set up everything, check for users' existence and everything, so that it can finally forward the request or the query to our main agent. This is a very long workflow, but what I do is, by the time my WhatsApp receive a message, then basically it will check whether it's going to be a text message or it's going to be an audio message. And if it's an audio message, what it does is download the audio, it get the audio, and then it transcribe the audio so that it can turn the audio into a message, a text message. And then in here, I have various checks because I have set up a system for multiple users. So multiple users can interact with the system. So you can have a small business team, for example, business owner, setting up the workflow, and you have multiple team members joining the workflow or texting the agents. So the agent should be able to know or distinguish who has the right permissions to access certain resources. For example, as I said previously in the beginning, I have the rack knowledge for my agent so that it can do customer support and also for internal business knowledge. So it has to identify who is the customer and who is the internal team member so that I can provide the correct information, because you don't want to leak the internal knowledge to the customer support, right? And all of these workflows check for that. So if the user hasn't been registered, it registers, it creates a session for the user, and then all of these workflows, it creates a structure of directories and folders on my Google Drive, as you can see here. So in my Google Drive, I have the folder named AI Agent System, which can be set up in one go, and all of these folders have been created at the time of setting up. And here I have two folders, customer support knowledge and business knowledge. So customer support is where all the files, all the contents for customer support will be here, and then the agent should basically update the rack knowledge for customer support in the database. And then for the business knowledge, so these contains all the internal documents for the business that the agent shouldn't leak to the customers. And this is it. This is a showcase for my ultimate powerful AI agent that was integrated in my WhatsApp. So with this agent, I can do a lot of things with my WhatsApp. So I can plan my travel, I can ask the agent to check for my emails and calendars, and also I can create blog posts, identify if I have created some blog posts about a topic or something like that. I can also manage my products and invoices on my Stripe dashboard without ever leaving my WhatsApp. So it's very nice. If you think the video is helpful, please give me a like and also subscribe. In the next videos, I'm going to create more tutorials on how to create these sub-agents and integrate all of them together into a swarm of AI agents like what I'm showing now. Exciting, right? Thank you very much. See you next time. Bye.